this will be much better. So what we're going to do is I'm going to keg the 2 beers. You little fly around here, you son of a bitch. I have to cut that out of there. Maybe not. I got, I hate those little things over there, little gnats. So, I just ran out of my chocolate stout. So this will be like behind the scenes. I'll get my keg ready. Kegs, because it's a 10-gallon batch. I'll get those ready. And what I do here is I use my sanitizer over and over again. So we're going to get that in the keg here and get it sanitizing before I take my reading. And what I really like to do is use a funnel and this screen. I talk backwards. A screen and a funnel to catch any little bit of, well, dog hairs, cat hairs at the time, but we don't have a dog no more.
And we never had a cat.
So I like to, the hell is it? I like to go ahead and use a screen to make sure the fluid's clean. And another thing, make sure if you're using a screen, don't have it in the keg when you're pouring this in as it fills up. If you're looking for cleanliness, it'll pop the screen right out, and everything that you had screened out, it'll just wash into your keg and you'll start over again. And I don't like starting things over. That's why you see me lifting the funnel more out of the keg here. None of this will probably make the video. So we'll let this one sanitize a while. Nice thing about doing it on a concrete floor is once you spill over, you don't have to worry about it. Quite a bit spill over that time. So let's see if the funnel. Hey funnel, how you doing? I'm talking to the funnel now. Let's see if that picks up on the dirt that this thing caught. Right now there's bubbles in there. You can see even a particle of red. I'll zoom in on there eventually. And there's some dirt particles in there that this little screen caught. So we'll tap that out and clean that and get that ready for the next time we need to use it, which will be on the next keg. So as that sanitizes itself, we go ahead and we'll not even cut away from this. We'll get our sanitizer in the spigot, get that turned down. And don't ever forget to pull your bubbler out. We're going to get a sample reading of this as soon as I get my sample tube. Hydrometer. And the first reading, we did a 10-gallon batch. I'll just reiterate what we did here. I'm soaking that box down there. I wish I could concentrate. So we did a 10-gallon batch of the same brew with 2 different yeasts. One was US-05, and the other one was with a ale yeast, a verdant yeast made for IPAs. So one's going to taste different than the other, I'm sure. One will be in one keg, one will be in the other. How's that for being smart? So let's go ahead and pull the bubbler out like I said before, and not forget. And let's get our sample here. Probably be a sample of pure yeast. I'll run it off slowly here. Yeah, we're going to have to dump that out maybe. Yeah, I'm going to go off camera and dump this out. I'm back. Some people might say unfortunately, but I'm back. So another sample here. Be a little bit cleaner. Wow. All right. The verdant finished at 10:12, right on the mark. We'll write that down. Off camera, we have our assistant taking care of business. So I think we'll get ready, get the hose ready. Empty the keg here into the bucket again, because that's ready. Get our hose set up, and then we'll be refilling this keg. I'll stay on camera here. Let's see if we get an actual reading. I won't even have to cut away, but sometimes you do want to cut away because editing is a pain in the butt. Our original was 1062.
6.5.
1062 down to 1012. These was out. The first one finished at 6.5%. The assistant
6.5625, so 6.6.
6.6%. That's not a bad percentage. Let's get a taste on that. And that's a cool beer at 65 degrees. 1012. So I'm going to pull that out of there. Where's my rags up there?
Do you got a cup to put in?
I taste it right out of here.
Yeah, but you're not want to compare it.
How clean was that cup?
It's just plain water. It's good.
So the first taste is kind of bitter on the verdant, the IPA yeast. I'll have to wait for the sample there.
Can we go dump this?
Yeah, you can dump that and rinse it. So yeah, a little bitter on that is what I'm tasting. What?
Spray bottle.
I use water check. Just dump it out the door and then dump a little in there and just like shake it. Get the hydrometer's down here. So yeah, we're going to go to keg to this at 6.6%. I forget how heavy that is. So that's been sitting for a minute with sanitizer in it. And we let most of it get out of there. So I don't do a closed transfer. I just never have. And I'm really low on CO2 as it is, so. Want to make sure you're hose it at the bottom of the keg so you don't get a splash. And for some reason, I'm really having a difficult time on that. So I'm going to re-sanitize that and come out with the other end this time. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to splash your beer if you're not doing a closed transfer, obviously. So we make sure we're at the bottom. Hit our nozzle again here. Yada, yada, yada. Sure, we're open at top. And we open the tube. I guess I'll set it over here. Like that. And off we go. Picking up some yeast. And then she's going to clear. She's a fast runner here. That's that big valve. So, keg number one, verdant yeast. It came out bitter, a little bitter, almost like an IPA. You can't wait to see what this carves up at. We will be making a CO2 run because we're running low on CO2. Getting keg number 2 sanitized and ready for the reading we're going to be taking shortly as the other keg is still filling. I'm watching behind me, I'm not overflowing it. I think it's going to come in a little shy of 5 gallons. I'm spilling stuff all over the floor behind me here. I do got a lot of sanitizer spilled on the floor. I'll have to get my squeegee. I said squeegee, not Luigi. And this pail is going to be tilted here in a minute. Not a lot, but a little. We'll call it there. That's basically a full keg. Just picked up a little yeast at the end there, but nothing wrong with that. That'll settle out in the keg. So almost a full keg. Shy of maybe a bottle or two. It's actually a perfect amount. Let's see if I can drop the ring in there again. Made it without dropping the ring in. Keg number 2. Done with the, or beer number 2. I just sanitize it, then I wipe it down with a dirty rag. With the USO5 yeast. Come on out of there. We'll remove our bubbler. And I got my sampler tube here all cleaned out, ready for the sample. I remember the first one finished at, well, the original gravity was 1062. The verdant finished at 1012. So here we go with the USO5. What are we going to get out of this one? Let's see. I might have to clean the... I'll try to get a clean sample. Not too bad. Put it over here in a better light. It's not for camera. Let's see if we can read it. Got a little too much frost. Get my marker. Oh wow. Let's see what happened here. This one finished a little bit lower. I can see already. Let's see. 1010, right on the money. The verdant was 1012. The USO5 is 1010. So here we go with the taste. I can't wait to get the difference in taste. Let's see if I can recognize it instantly. They smell the same. All the malts smell the same.
6.8.
Definitely a big difference in beers. Definitely. I can't wait till that carbs up. The USO5 to me is giving all your malt flavors. I'm getting the special B in there, the pale malt, and the Motueka hops are coming through like crazy. And in the verdant yeast, it's very almost bitter IPA-ish, like the yeast says. It's an IPA yeast. So when they come out together in a glass, they're going to be much better to sample.
I'll compare the two now.
This one is malt forward. Here you go. Give me the cup over there. And these are the rough tastes. This is the verdant yeast here.
Oh,
well, now my mouth is spoiled.
No, that's amazing how the difference in the flavor is.
That this was more bitter?
That's more bitter. This is more caramelly.
But I'm not getting the bitter.
Definitely.
But I'm not getting the bitterness now. Maybe I spoiled my mouth. Taste it, taste it.
I still get the bitterness.
Yeah, the yeasts are different. More bitter on the verdant. Very good. So let's get this keg. I got my sanitizer in here. We were ready to rock and roll. I gotta pick this sucker up again. Oh yeah. Yeah, the bitterness of the verdant comes through. The USO5 is more mellow, more all malt forward.
With the only difference being the yeast. That really is interesting how such a dramatic flavor change occurs.
plan on being on camera, you should speak loud, but, all right, what do we got here? I need my hose. I think I threw it back in there. All right, let's put it into position. One thing for sure, we got 10 gallons of beer.
Well, make sure it's not ready till the end of February because we need to go dry January.
There you go. Do a dry January. Get it at a little trouble getting that to the bottom. So, off. Bubbler is out. We're on. I don't know if we're on tight enough. Valve is open. And off to the keg she goes. Picking up a little yeast. Not too much. So yeah, the next step is carrying these two heavy things in and getting them carved up. This one is going to probably overflow because this had a more volume when I put it in the keg, or I mean in the fermenter. So some of that's going to go to waste because I'm not bottling it. I have no bottling wand. I lost my bottling wand. It disappeared. Never had that happen to me, but she just went kaput.
You on a vacation somewhere?
Gotta buy a new one somewhere, or I put my next order in. Wow. Yeah, two different types of tasting yeast for sure. All right, I got both of them in the keg. Now it's just going to carry them in the house and get them under the CO2, get them in the kegerator, and get them ready there so they carve up there within the next 10 to 14 days. I don't rush nothing.